How you guys doing? Acre, Techfluid. We out here with the Holosun. How can I describe Holosun? Right? Hated, always imitated right now. That's what can I say? So thank you so much for giving us the time. I'm with Josh. Obviously, you've seen Josh on the tubes, so very graciously giving me some time. Let's kind of go over what's going on in 2025.
Yeah. So last year we'll kind of cover the products that you guys maybe have already seen, but have had some new revisions. This is the new DPS. So we kind of had a prototype last year of just this concept of a pistol thermal sight.
Yep.
Now we've kind of taken it into the current production kind of style that it's going to be. The cool thing about this is basically you have a thermal sensor on the bottom that's wirelessly sending a signal to the unit here.
Yep.
That's going to display on an OLED screen, reflect it back at you. Now you have thermal overlay on top of a red dot. It's a really cool piece of technology. This is going to be right around $1,000 is kind of where we're looking at for price point wise. So just a really cool product. I think the use case for this, like I have one on a Flux and it's just freaking awesome on there, man. I really love it a lot. So
what's the latency?
So the latency between the two of these, right now we're getting 50 to 60 hertz, so it's actually a pretty quick on the refresh rate. The OLED screen can go a little bit quicker. We saw some more revisions to kind of work on this, but we'll see how it ends up as a final product.
Can I use this as a red dot?
Correct, yeah. So 95% of the time you're going to use this as your traditional red dot sight, and then when you need that thermal capabilities, then you just click on the sensor on the bottom. But most of the time you'll just use it as like a giant 509T basically. So then you can close that front sensor, and that's going to give you more clarity for the thermal that's coming back. But like I said, you would probably just use this as a red dot most of the time. Then when you need that thermal, you have it.
Do you need to zero both of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the zero on this the same as
so basically the way that the sensor is feeding into here, it already accounts for the fact that there's an offset, and you can then tune and adjust it inside there as well.
Let's go.
So you zero, there's a digital reticle that's inside of here, or you can just zero the red dot. You have both options for it. So some people, like if you're running suppressed or you're doing subsonic loads, like I don't know that your zero would shift too much, but you would be able to have two different zeros if you wanted to do something like that. So
awesome.
Yeah, the DPS definitely a really cool one. Moving on to the new PID-Ks. So everybody saw this last year. The thing with it was a little bulky, so we kind of made some revisions. The best part about this one though is that it's going to fit in your TLR7 footprint holsters, so you don't have to go buy a bunch of new holsters. Performance-wise, we're looking at roughly 800 to 1,000 lumens with 20 to 25,000 candela. Like I said, it's still in development. We're kind of figuring out exactly where it's going to be on that side of it. Inside of here is a 16340 rechargeable battery. It's got a USB-C plug on it, so you just plug it in and you can charge it right back up.
Yeah.
The other added benefit of the PID-K series is the fact that it has a little locking lug right here, and the cool thing is that the light actually slides back and forth on this lug, so if you wanted to sit flush with the front of the gun, you can do that, or if you want to have more buttons inside the trigger guard, you have that option as well too.
Awesome.
So yeah, just a really cool little flashlight. Moving towards our laser series, we've actually already launched the Iris 3, which you guys probably have seen some videos online.
Who has not seen the Iris 3?
It's such a great product. I'm super stoked about this series for these. So we took the Iris 3 and we just basically continued the family of the LS series. So now we have the Iris 1, which is one laser, IR, red or green, and then you have the 221, which takes an IR and a Viz laser, the 3, which is going to be IR, Viz, and IR illumination. Now we have the Iris 4. The cool thing about the Iris 4 is now we've added a white light in the front, so you're going to get a 1,000 lumens with 20,000 candela. So a pretty awesome little all-in-one package. Everything's on top for your fire buttons. You still have the beam adjustment slider controls just like on the Iris 3, and it has 2 crane plugs in the back for a triple button switch.
Yeah. So. Okay, yeah. Is this aluminum?
Yep, it's all aluminum, yep.
Awesome, and you guys have the caps too. It's pretty sweet, man, pretty sweet.
Yeah, the Iris 4 is definitely probably my most anticipated one for this year. I really like the look of it and style. It's an 18650 battery in here, so it's pretty easy to use, or you can use CR123A, so it's dual fuel. So just kind of checking as many boxes as we can for the consumers on that side of it. Price point on this is probably going to trip people out. This is going to be right around $999, so just around that $1,000 price point. So all the features you need and nothing you don't for a ridiculously good price.
Yeah, say less, say less.
Moving towards our rifle stuff, we have the MP3X, which is our magnified prism sight for this year. So this has dual illumination on it, so you can do red or green colors for the actual reticle inside of here that you see. Has a BDC etched reticle, so if you have any astigmatisms or issues with that, this is going to be definitely the best option for you on that. The bottom here is going to be a T1 footprint, so if you have any T1 mounts, you can just strap this straight on there and you're good to go. So relatively cool products.
Are the red and green lasers, are they different diodes? Would you have to re-zero them?
No, so basically what's happening here is you have the one reticle that's inside of it, and then you can choose to illuminate it red or green. So basically it just kind of depends on what color spectrum you want to have.
Interesting. And it's etched.
Correct, it's an etched reticle, yep.
Got it. Okay, I see, yeah. That's awesome. Great.
So moving into our AIMS line, so everybody knows and loves the AIMS at this point. I'm sure you guys have seen them before. The updates that we did for the AIMS this year is we've increased the rigidity of the mount. We have a whole new mount on the bottom with 4 posts. People didn't like the T10 style mounting bolt, so now we've gone with a cross bolt just to keep it simple for everybody. It is still the same mount footprint of the AIMS, so if you do have aftermarket AIMS mounts, not a problem whatsoever. This will still mount on there. The other 2 big features that we did for this is we increased the parallax. We improved it by around 50%.
Yep.
So it's incredibly accurate.
Nice.
And one of the cool things too is we now have an anti-reflection device built into the front lens cap. You can choose this, or you can put it in the piece of glass if you want to, but just giving people that kill flash.
And this is replaceable, I'm assuming?
Correct. Yep. So taking this AIMS Pro and we go to the AIMS Core, basically all the same features I just talked about, but we've improved the parallax system in this one, and it just doesn't come with the flip caps. Pricing is still going to be the same for both of these. The other new option for them is going to be that we're going to have these in a gold reticle. So you'll have green, red, and gold options now for these series.
What's the logic behind the gold?
So the cool thing about gold is basically there's an incredibly small amount of people in the world who are colorblind to get the yellow or gold spectrum of light.
Yeah.
So just anybody who has that red or green color blindness issues, gold is just another option for them. So some people really like the gold. Personally, I go back and forth on red. Red and gold, I don't have a problem with either of those. But
I've never experienced gold reticle, so
yeah, the gold dots are definitely really cool. It's something different for sure. You don't see those very often.
Do these ever come with a Vulcan reticle? Could we ever get? Would we ever get that?
Yeah. So the way that the Vulcan reticle system works is it's a collaboration with us, Primary Arms.
Yeah.
So Primary Arms would have to come to us and say, hey, we want to make an AIMS with the Vulcan reticle in it, and then we could go from there.
Come on, Primary Arms.
Yeah, it's kind of up to them, and I'm figuring out if they want to make it.
Let's go.
I'm sure we're more than down. To finish up the rifle stuff for this year, we have the new 403 and 503 replacement. This is going to be called the ARO, the Advanced Rifle Optic. The cool thing about this is it is a ridiculously affordable optic. It's going to be $159. Comes with this skeletonized mount with the cross bolt, as you see here, buttons on top to control your brightness, all the stuff you know and love from us, shake awake, 50,000 hours of battery life, and it comes in red, gold, and green for this series as well too. Awesome. So you take the new ARO and you say, all right, let's make a big brother to it. This is the ARO Evo. This is going to be a 26 millimeter tube sight, so just increasing the size of the overall housing. Same cross bolt, same skeletonized mount design here, battery tray on the side. This one now has solar panels on top, and you're going to be able to buy these aftermarket. We'll sell these as a little kit for the lens caps with the kill flash built in there as well. So yeah, the ARO Evo is just really cool option. Both of these are on the T1, T2 flip brand, so you can mount those on all those aftermarket mounts you guys have.
Nothing, no updates with like the pistol sights, like the 509Ts and stuff?
Not really much on the pistol side this year. This year is kind of a rifle side, rifle year for us. We're still working on kind of getting the PIDKs and those kind of things out, but yeah, not much on the other side of it.
Handle this bad boy? Okay. Yeah.
And we have the showroom floor one has a battery in it if you want to get some footage looking through it. So,
awesome. Yeah. Absolutely. Dude, really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
This has been super fun, and looking forward to Holosun, man. I'm going to link, obviously, all their socials. Everyone knows where to find them.
Yeah.
Don't take me, but I appreciate them taking the time talking with Techfluid. All right? We out. Shot Show 2025. Thank you.